Adrian Cross signed a one-year fake marriage contract for $50,000. He would be Sophia Chen's husband on paper for her visa. No emotional attachment was allowed, no physical contact. After 365 days, they would go their separate ways. But when he discovered Sophia's true identity on the last day of the contract, he experienced the biggest shock of his life. This is a story about how the heart wins against logic. How two strangers' fake marriage turned into real love, and how everything changed when the truth came out. On the 47th floor of Cross Industries in Manhattan, Adrian Cross stood looking at the city skyline. At 34, he was dark-haired, steel blue-eyed, and a man who never showed his emotions. He had turned his tech company into a billion-dollar empire in 10 years. Adrian didn't believe in love. When his fiancée Victoria left him for his biggest rival 5 years ago, he had completely closed his heart. Since then, everything was built on calculation, logic, and control. His assistant Daniel knocked on the door. "Mr. Cross, someone has applied to you. Quite unusual situation." "What kind?" Adrian asked, closing the file on his desk. "A woman. She's proposing a fake marriage. For a visa, she'll pay $50,000. Adrian raised an eyebrow. "Is she serious?" "Apparently yes. Her name is Sophia Chen, PhD student at NYU, Chinese citizen. Her student visa is expiring. She's facing deportation." Adrian thought. Recently, the media had been portraying him as New York's most eligible bachelor. A fake marriage could stop such rumors. Also, $50,000, while meaning nothing to him, showed the woman's seriousness. "Call her in," he said. An hour later, Sophia Chen entered the office. Adrian was surprised when he first saw her. She was around 26, with long black hair, brown eyes, an elegant woman. But her clothes were second-hand, her bag worn, her shoes repaired. "Mr. Cross," Sophia said with a calm but determined voice. "Thank you for making time." "Let's get straight to the point," Adrian said coldly. "Why me?" Sophia pulled out a file. "I did research. You're single, no scandals. The media portrays you as ready for marriage. You're the perfect paper husband for me." Adrian wanted to smile, but held himself back. "And what do I gain?" $50,000 and freedom from media marriage pressure. After 1 year, we quietly divorce, citing incompatibility. "Rules?"
Sophia pulled out a written document from her bag. "Separate rooms, no physical contact, no interference in private lives. Only couple act when necessary. Clean break after 365 days." Adrian examined the document. Every detail was thought out. "Why do you have this much money but can't solve your visa problem?" A flash of pain appeared in Sophia's eyes. "Someone I trusted once stole my money. I have to spend my remaining savings on my education." "Deal accepted," Adrian said coldly. "But I'll add one more rule. No emotional attachment. This is just business." 2 weeks later, the minimal wedding ceremony in Manhattan was completed. Just 2 witnesses, a few signatures. Sophia wore a simple white dress, Adrian a dark suit. Neither looked happy. "Congratulations," said the marriage officer. Adrian and Sophia looked at each other, kissed quickly. Sophia's lips were soft, but cold. Adrian felt nothing. At least, he thought he didn't. In Adrian's penthouse, they had separate rooms. Sophia settled into the guest room, brought her own belongings. She had very few things: books, laptop, a few clothes. The first week, they were complete strangers. Adrian left early for the office, returned late. Sophia worked at the library, did research in the evenings. When they rarely met, they said good morning or good night. But in the third week, things started to change. One morning, Adrian came down to the kitchen to find Sophia making coffee. "I made some for you too," she said defensively. Adrian took the coffee, had a sip. It was perfect. "Thank you." "You're welcome." As Sophia was about to take her coffee and leave, Adrian asked, "How's your research going?" "It's about AI and education, increasing educational opportunities in rural areas of China." Sophia's eyes lit up when she talked about the subject. Interesting, Adrian said, genuinely interested. I'm working on AI applications in education, too. It was their first real conversation. As days passed, they developed small rituals. Sophia would make morning coffee, preparing some for Adrian, too. Adrian would ask Sophia when ordering dinner in the evening, and they'd eat together. Conversations were about scientific studies, technology, sometimes books. Adrian discovered that Sophia was intelligent, passionate, and surprisingly strong. Sophia realized that Adrian wasn't the cold businessman he appeared to be in the media, but someone lonely, yet deep thinking. At the end of the second month, Sophia got the flu. When Adrian saw her sick, his heart tightened for the first time. "Are you okay?" he asked.
Just flu. It's not important.
But when he returned home in the evening, Sophia was burning with fever. Adrian immediately called a doctor, got medicine from the pharmacy, heated soup for her.
You don't have to do this.
Sophia said weakly. "I know," Adrian said softly, "but I want to." That night, Adrian slept in the chair next to Sophia's room, checking if her fever went down. When Sophia woke up in the morning, she found him there.
Did you sleep here all night?
"Your fever was high. I wanted to be sure." Sophia's eyes filled with tears. No one had ever shown her such care. In the middle of the third month, New York was shut down by a snowstorm. Adrian and Sophia were trapped at home. They lit the fireplace, watched old movies, talked about their lives.
Why technology?
Sophia asked. "My father was an engineer. I lost him very early. I wanted to be like him." There was a softness in Adrian's voice she had never heard.
I also left my family early.
Sophia said.
I was born in rural China. My family was very poor. The chance to come here was a miracle.
"So why educational AI?"
Because there are children like me. I want to see what they can achieve when given opportunities.
That night, they both started seeing each other differently. By the 6th month, Adrian knew he couldn't live without Sophia. Her laugh, morning coffee, evening conversations, everything gave meaning to his life. Sophia felt the same. Adrian's gentle touches, the interest he showed her, standing by her when she was sick at night. Her heart now belonged to him. But they both remembered the contract. Emotional attachment was forbidden. The breaking point came at the end of the 7th month. Adrian's ex-fiancée, Victoria, saw them at a charity event. She approached Sophia.
Are you Adrian's new toy?
She asked with a mocking smile.
I'm his wife.
Sophia said calmly.
Marriage?
Victoria laughed.
Adrian doesn't seem like the marriage type. You're just temporary entertainment.
That night when they returned home, Sophia was quiet. "Don't mind Victoria's words," Adrian said.
But isn't she right?
Sophia asked.
This marriage is fake. I'm just temporary.
Adrian looked at her. At that moment he understood. He couldn't risk losing her. "Sophia," he said, approaching. "Maybe it was like that at the beginning, but now—"
No.
Sophia said, pulling back.
We have a contract. Emotions are forbidden.
That night they both cried in separate rooms. As the 365th day approached, they both started avoiding each other. Adrian left earlier for work, returned later. Sophia spent more time at the library. Divorce papers were ready. In 2 days they would sign. Sophia would get her visa. They would continue with separate lives. The evening before the last night, Adrian gathered his courage. "Sophia, we need to talk. There's nothing to talk about. The contract is ending." "What if I don't want it to end?" Sophia stopped. "What do you mean?" "I want a real marriage with you. I'm in love." Sophia's eyes filled with tears. "Adrian, this was a business deal. Don't confuse it." "Why? You feel it too." "I do. But can this change anything? I'm a poor immigrant. You're a billionaire. We come from 2 different worlds. I don't care. But I do. This ends tomorrow night." The 365th day arrived. Adrian was signing divorce papers at the office, his heart breaking. Sophia was also preparing her suitcase at home. When Adrian returned home, he went up to Sophia's room. The door was open, the suitcase on the bed.
But what he saw in the suitcase shocked him. In Sophia's suitcase were expensive dresses, designer bags, and a business card that read, CEO of Chen Industries. Sophia? Adrian called out. Sophia turned, her face pale. Adrian, Are you the CEO of Chen Industries? Adrian asked, holding the card. Sophia bowed her head. Yes. Then why? Why did you lie for a whole year? Sophia sat down with tears in her eyes. Because Chen Industries' AI project in China collapsed. I owe my family millions of dollars. If I had told you my real identity, did you use me for money? No, Sophia cried out. At first it was just for the visa. But then, I loved you, Adrian. I really loved you. But I knew if you learned my real identity, you wouldn't trust me. Adrian paced the room, confused. I didn't know who you were for a whole year. I thought I could support you in technology AI. But then I realized it was wrong. Do you have any other secrets? No, Sophia said, crying. Just this. I love you, Adrian, but I understand why you wouldn't trust me. Adrian looked out the window. Then he turned. Sophia, my ex-fiancé left me for money. You loved me when you thought I had no money. What do you mean? I mean, maybe for the first time I know someone loved me as just Adrian, not as Adrian Cross.
I'm proposing a new contract, Adrian said, approaching. What kind? Real marriage, real love, no expiration date. Sophia started crying. But I lied to you. You lied to me, with love. Victoria told me the truth for profit. Which is more valuable? Sophia looked at him. Are you sure? I've never been more sure. Adrian got down on his knees. Sophia Chen, CEO, AI expert, strong woman, and the person who stole my heart. Will you sign a real marriage contract? Sophia laughed through her tears. What are the rules? No rules. Just love. I accept, Sophia said. Adrian lifted her up and kissed her. This time, it was real. A year later, Adrian and Sophia's real wedding was held in Manhattan's most beautiful church. This time, Sophia wore a white wedding dress, her eyes sparkling with happiness. Is this marriage real? The pastor asked jokingly. The most real thing, Adrian said, smiling. Sophia and Adrian were now married not just on paper, but in their hearts. Chen Industries and Cross Industries merged. The educational AI project reached millions of children in China. And Adrian learned that the best contracts are the ones you write in your heart. The fake marriage had turned into real love. And this time, there was no expiration date.